Stop wasting your time learning words you'll never use. Is greater than. If you want to speak English fluently, you don't need thousands of words. You need the right ones. In this video, I've handpicked the 500 most commonly used words in English, and I'm giving you a practical A2 level example sentence for every single one of them. No boring lists, no repetitions, just the essential vocabulary you need to start communicating today. Stick around until the end, because I'll be sharing teachers' tips throughout the video to help you memorize these twice as fast. Ready to level up your English? Let's dive in. Challenge. Challenge. Learning a new language is a great challenge for everyone. Achievement. Achievement. Winning the competition was a huge achievement for the young artist. Neighborhood. Neighborhood. My neighborhood is very quiet and full of green trees. Suggestion. Suggestion. Do you have any suggestion for a good restaurant near here? Environment. Environment. We must take care of the environment to protect our future. Experience. Experience. Traveling abroad gives you a lot of life experience. Description. Description. The police officer asked for a clear description of the man. Opportunity. Opportunity. This job is a perfect opportunity to improve your skills. Tradition. Tradition. It is a local tradition to eat fish on the first day of spring. Connection. Connection. I have a very slow internet connection in my bedroom. Decision. Decision. It was a difficult decision, but I decided to move to London. Adventure. Adventure. Walking through the jungle was an exciting adventure for us. Appearance. Appearance. You shouldn't judge people only by their physical appearance. Atmosphere. Atmosphere. The restaurant has a very romantic and cozy atmosphere. Behavior. Behavior. The teacher was happy with the children's good behavior. Comparison. Comparison. There is no comparison between homemade food and fast food. Education. Education. Every child deserves a high-quality education and a safe school. Generation. Generation. My grandfather's generation didn't have smartphones or computers. Imagination. Imagination. You need a lot of imagination to write a fantasy novel. Knowledge. Knowledge. General knowledge is important if you want to be successful. If you find these words helpful, please like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. Management. Management. Effective time management is the key to reducing daily stress. Performance. Performance. The actors received a standing ovation for their great performance. Relationship. Relationship. Communication is the most important part of a healthy relationship. Situation. Situation. We need to stay calm and analyze the situation carefully. Technology. Technology. Modern technology has changed the way we communicate with others. Requirement. Requirement. Passing the exam is a basic requirement for this university. Population. Population. The population of the city has increased rapidly in 10 years. Permission. Permission. You need to ask for permission before you enter the room. Observation. Observation. The scientist made an interesting observation during the experiment. Motivation. Motivation. Music is a great source of motivation for me when I exercise. Discovery. Discovery. The discovery of electricity changed the history of the world. Collection. Collection. My brother has a large collection of vintage stamps and coins. Celebration. Celebration. We are planning a big celebration for my mother's 50th birthday. Agreement. Agreement. After hours of talking, they finally reached an agreement. Arrangement. Arrangement. I made an arrangement to meet the manager tomorrow morning. Competition. Competition. There is a lot of competition between the two tech companies. Development. Development. The economic development of the country is very slow this year. Discussion. Discussion. We had a long discussion about where to go for our holiday. Explanation. Explanation. The teacher gave a clear explanation of the grammar rule. Improvement. Improvement. There is a big improvement in your English speaking skills. Information. Information. You can find more information about the flight on our website. Preparation. Preparation. Proper preparation is necessary for a successful job interview. Recognition. Recognition. He received international recognition for his work in medicine. Satisfaction. Satisfaction. Customer satisfaction is the main goal of our local business. Transport. Transport. Public transport is the cheapest way to travel around the city. Don't just memorize words alone. Try to learn them within phrases or sentences to understand their context. Variation. Variation. There is a lot of variation in weather between the north and south. Attraction. Attraction. The Eiffel Tower is the most famous tourist attraction in Paris. Foundation. Foundation. The organization was created to build a foundation for poor children. Expression. Expression. Once in a blue moon is a common English expression. Direction. Direction. Can you tell me which direction I should walk to find the park? Conclusion. Conclusion. I came to the conclusion that she was telling the truth. Attention. Attention. Please pay attention to the safety rules before the flight. Addition. Addition. In addition to his salary, he also receives a yearly bonus. Definition. Definition. You can look up the definition of the word in a dictionary. Protection. Protection. Sunscreen provides protection against the harmful rays of the sun. Reception. Reception. The wedding reception was held in a beautiful garden by the lake. Reduction. Reduction. There is a significant reduction in the price of winter clothes. Reflection. Reflection. I could see my own reflection in the clear water of the lake. Regulation. Regulation. The government introduced a new regulation for small businesses. Reputation. Reputation. That university has a very good reputation for science subjects. Resolution. Resolution. My New Year's resolution is to exercise at least 3 times a week. Revolution. Revolution. The Industrial Revolution changed the way people lived and worked. Television. Television. We don't watch television as much as we did in the past. Translation. Translation. The translation of the book into Turkish was very successful. University. University. She wants to study medicine at a famous university in Europe. Read your example sentences out loud. This helps your brain and mouth get used to English sounds. Valuable. Valuable. These old photos are very valuable to my family and me. Vegetable. Vegetable. You should eat more green vegetables to stay healthy. Vehicle. Vehicle. Bicycles are a very popular vehicle in cities like Amsterdam. Violence. Violence. Movies with too much violence are not suitable for young children. Visitor. Visitor. The museum welcomes more than 1 million visitors every year. Warning. Warning. The heavy rain was a warning that a storm was coming. Wealthy. Wealthy. He became a wealthy businessman after years of hard work. Weapon. Weapon. The police found the weapon hidden in the back of the car. Weather. Weather. The weather in London is often cloudy and quite unpredictable. Wedding. Wedding. They invited all their friends to their wedding in June. Weekend. Weekend. I love spending my weekend hiking in the mountains. Welcome. Welcome. The local people gave us a very warm welcome to their village. Western. Western. Many Western countries have similar cultural traditions. Whatever. Whatever. You can choose whatever you want from the menu today. Whenever. Whenever. You can call me whenever you need help with your homework. Whereas. Whereas. She loves cats, whereas her brother prefers keeping dogs. Wherever. Wherever. I will follow you wherever you go, because I trust you. Whether. Whether. I don't know whether he will come to the party or not. Whisper. Whisper. She spoke in a whisper so that nobody else could hear her. Whistle. Whistle. The referee blew his whistle to end the football match. Willing. Willing. If you are willing to learn, I am happy to teach you. Window. Window. Please open the window to let some fresh air into the room. Winner. Winner. The winner of the race received a gold medal and a trophy. Winter. Winter. I like to go skiing with my friends during the winter. Wisdom. Wisdom. My grandmother has a lot of wisdom because of her age. Use flashcards like Anki or Quizlet to review these words. Repetition is the key to long-term memory. Within. Within. You must finish the project within 2 weeks from today. Without. Without. I cannot imagine my life without my mobile phone. Witness. Witness. The witness told the police exactly what happened that night. Wonderful. Wonderful. We had a wonderful time at the concert last night. Woodland. Woodland. The kids love playing in the woodland behind our house. Worker. Worker. The factory provides free transport for all its workers. Working. Working. My working hours are from 9 in the morning until 5. Workshop. Workshop. I attended a photography workshop to learn how to use my camera. Worldwide. Worldwide. This singer is famous worldwide and has millions of fans. Worried. Worried. My parents were worried because I didn't come home on time. Purpose. Purpose. The main purpose of this meeting is to discuss the new project. Journey. Journey. Our journey to the mountains took more than 6 hours by car. Quality. Quality. It is better to buy a few items of high quality than many cheap ones. Strategic. Strategic. The company needs a strategic plan to increase its sales next year. Creative. Creative. She is a very creative person who loves painting and writing poems. Flexible. Flexible. Working from home allows me to have a more flexible schedule. Modern. Modern. Modern architecture often uses a lot of glass and steel materials. Efficient. Efficient. This new heater is much more efficient than the old one we had. Healthy. Healthy. Eating fresh fruit and vegetables is essential for a healthy life. Reliable. Reliable. My old car is not very reliable, so I am thinking of buying a new one. Professional. Professional. You should always maintain a professional attitude during a job interview. Ancient. Ancient. We visited the ancient ruins of Ephesus during our trip to Turkey. Logical. Logical. It is logical to save some money every month for future emergencies. Natural. Natural. This juice is made from natural ingredients and contains no added sugar. Emotional. Emotional. The movie was so emotional that many people in the cinema were crying. Patient. Patient. You need to be patient when you are learning a difficult musical instrument. Curious. Curious. Children are naturally curious about the world and ask many questions. Famous. Famous. New York is famous for its tall skyscrapers and busy streets. Typical. Typical. A typical breakfast in England often includes eggs, beans, and toast. Successful. Successful. She became a successful lawyer after studying hard for many years. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Every mistake is a step closer to speaking English fluently. Ordinary. Ordinary. It was just an ordinary day until I received that surprising phone call. Mystery. Mystery. The police are still trying to solve the mystery of the missing painting. Significant. Significant. The results of the scientific research had a significant impact on modern medicine. Freedom. Freedom. Many people fought for the freedom and independence of their country. Expedition. Expedition. The group of explorers organized an expedition to the Amazon rainforest. Community. Community. Being part of a supportive community makes people feel much happier. Distance. Distance. The distance between the two cities is about 300 kilometers. Evidence. Evidence. The lawyer presented strong evidence to prove that the man was innocent. Furniture. Furniture. We bought some new furniture for our living room last weekend. Identity. Identity. You need to show your identity card before you can enter the building. Justice. Justice. The judge's main duty is to ensure that justice is served fairly. Literature. Literature. I enjoy reading classical literature, especially the works of Shakespeare. Medicine. Medicine. You should consult your doctor before you take any kind of medicine. Neighbor. Neighbor. Our neighbor is a very kind lady who often bakes cookies for us. Opinion. Opinion. In my opinion, the original book is much better than the movie. Pressure. Pressure. Students often feel a lot of pressure during the final exam week. Quantity. Quantity. The store offers a discount if you buy a large quantity of products. Resource. Resource. The library is a great resource for students who want to do research. Security. Security. There is a lot of security at the airport to keep everyone safe. Theory. Theory. The professor explained a complex theory about the origin of the universe. Victim. Victim. The charity provides support for the victims of the natural disaster. Wildlife. Wildlife. We saw a lot of amazing wildlife while we were hiking in the forest. Youth. Youth. He spent most of his youth traveling around South America. Ability. Ability. She has a natural ability to learn foreign languages very quickly. Background. Background. Can you tell me a little bit about your professional background? Category. Category. These books are organized into different categories based on their genre. Damage. Damage. The heavy storm caused a lot of damage to the roofs of the houses. Effort. Effort. If you put in enough effort, you can achieve anything you want. Factor. Factor. Price is often the most important factor when choosing a new laptop. Growth. Growth. The company has seen significant growth in its international sales. Habit. Habit. Waking up early in the morning is a very good habit to have. Impact. Impact. The new law will have a big impact on small business owners. Journal. Journal. I like to write in my personal journal before I go to sleep. Keyboard. Keyboard. My computer keyboard is broken, so I need to use an external one. Layer. Layer. You should wear several layers of clothes to stay warm in the winter. Memory. Memory. My grandfather has a very good memory and remembers everything. Network. Network. Social media allows us to build a large network of friends worldwide. Outcome. Outcome. We are waiting for the final outcome of the medical tests. Pattern. Pattern. The dress has a beautiful pattern of blue and white flowers. Sustainability. Sustainability. Many modern companies are now focusing on sustainability to protect the planet. Range. Range. The shop sells a wide range of organic products for the kitchen. Sample. Sample. The scientist took a soil sample to test for any harmful chemicals. Target. Target. Our target is to finish the project by the end of this month. Unit. Unit. The apartment is a small unit with one bedroom and a kitchen. Valley. Valley. The village is located in a deep valley between two high mountains. Try to think in English. Instead of translating from Turkish, try to name the objects around you in English. Wealth. Wealth. He believes that health is more important than material wealth. Zone. Zone. You are not allowed to park your car in this restricted zone. Balance. Balance. It is important to find a good balance between work and life. Capacity. Capacity. The stadium has a capacity of more than 50,000 people. Degree. Degree. She moved to Canada after she finished her university degree. Energy. Energy. Solar panels are a great way to produce clean and green energy. Feature. Feature. The most interesting feature of this phone is its amazing camera. Goal. Goal. My main goal for this year is to run a full marathon. History. History. Studying history helps us understand the events of the present. Income. Income. The family needs a higher income to pay for their new house. Judge. Judge. The judge listened to both sides before making a final decision. Expertise. Expertise. You should seek professional expertise before making such a large financial investment. Labor. Labor. The cost of labor is much higher in developed countries. Market. Market. We usually buy our fresh fruit and vegetables at the local market. Notice. Notice. I didn't notice that the train schedule had changed today. Object. Object. Can you identify the strange object that is floating in the water? Pain. Pain. If the pain in your back continues, you should see a doctor. Innovation. Innovation. Constant innovation is necessary to stay ahead in the fast-growing technology market. Rate. Rate. The unemployment rate has decreased for the third month in a row. Science. Science. I was always very interested in science and biology at school. Task. Task. Completing this task will take at least 3 hours of your time. Unique. Unique. Every person has a unique personality and different life goals. Value. Value. The value of the house has increased significantly since last year. Wage. Wage. The workers are demanding a higher minimum wage from the company. X-ray. X-ray. The doctor ordered an X-ray to see if my arm was broken. Yield. Yield. Farmers are expecting a high yield of corn this season. 0. 0. The temperature dropped to 0 degrees during the night. Advice. Advice. Can you give me some advice on how to improve my English? Belief. Belief. It is important to respect the religious beliefs of other people. Choice. Choice. You have a choice between the chocolate cake or the fruit salad. Danger. Danger. There is a lot of danger in driving too fast on a rainy day. Effect. Effect. The new medicine had a very positive effect on his health. Failure. Failure. We should learn from our failures instead of giving up. Gift. Gift. I bought a beautiful gift for my sister's graduation ceremony. Hope. Hope. There is always hope, even in the most difficult situations. Idea. Idea. I have an idea for a new business that we can start together. Joy. Joy. The sound of children's laughter brings a lot of joy to the house. Kind. Kind. What kind of music do you like listening to when you relax? Loss. Loss. The company suffered a huge financial loss during the crisis. Mind. Mind. It is important to keep an open mind when you travel to new places. Nature. Nature. I love spending time in nature to escape the noise of the city. Order. Order. Can I take your order, or do you need more time to look at the menu? Power. Power. Knowledge gives people the power to change their own lives. Question. Question. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me anytime. Reason. Reason. The main reason why I moved here was to find a better job. Speed. Speed. The car was traveling at a very high speed when the accident happened. Trust. Trust. A good friendship is always built on a foundation of mutual trust. Use. Use. What is the best way to use this new software for my project? View. View. The hotel room has a wonderful view of the sea and the beach. Way. Way. Can you tell me the best way to get to the city center? Year. Year. I am planning to travel to Japan at the end of next year. Zoo. Zoo. We took the children to the zoo to see the lions and tigers. Amount. Amount. A large amount of water was wasted because of the broken pipe. Birth. Birth. The birth of their first child was the happiest day of their lives. Color. Color. My favorite color is blue because it reminds me of the ocean. Watching movies with English subtitles can help you understand how words are used in real conversations. Dream. Dream. My dream is to travel around the world and see different cultures. Earth. Earth. We must work together to protect the earth from global warming. Fact. Fact. It is a fact that regular exercise improves your mental health. Gold. Gold. She wore a beautiful gold necklace that belonged to her grandmother. Heart. Heart. Regular walking is very good for the health of your heart. Item. Item. Please check that you have all your personal items before you leave. Key. Key. Finding a good job is the key to a successful and happy life. Light. Light. The morning light coming through the window woke me up today. Month. Month. We are planning to go on a vacation to Italy next month. Night. Night. The stars look very bright in the sky during a clear night. Oil. Oil. We use olive oil for cooking because it is much healthier. Page. Page. Please turn to page 54 of your English textbook now. Rain. Rain. I love the smell of the earth after a heavy summer rain. Star. Star. The sun is actually a star that is at the center of our solar system. Time. Time. What time does the next train to the city center leave? Voice. Voice. She has a very beautiful singing voice and should be famous. Wind. Wind. The strong wind blew the hat right off the man's head. Area. Area. There are many interesting cafes and shops in this area. Body. Body. Drinking enough water is important for every part of your body. Card. Card. Can I pay by credit card, or do you only accept cash? Door. Door. Someone is knocking on the door. Can you see who it is? Fire. Fire. We sat around the warm fire and told stories all night. Game. Game. Playing board games is a fun way to spend time with family. Hand. Hand. Please wash your hands before you start preparing the food. King. King. The story is about a brave king who ruled a large kingdom. Line. Line. There was a long line of people waiting outside the cinema. Intellect. Intellect. Solving these complex puzzles requires a high level of human intellect and logic. Name. Name. What is the name of the restaurant where we ate last night? Park. Park. We went for a long walk in the park on Sunday afternoon. Road. Road. The road was very busy because of the morning traffic jam. Success. Success. Hard work and determination are the keys to professional success. Guidance. Guidance. Students often need guidance from their teachers when choosing a career. Solution. Solution. We need to find a sustainable solution to the problem of plastic waste. Project. Project. Our team is working on a new project that will launch next month. Message. Message. I left a message on your voicemail because you didn't answer the phone. Strategy. Strategy. The coach developed a new strategy to win the championship game. Schedule. Schedule. My daily schedule is very busy, but I always find time to exercise. Result. Result. The result of the experiment was even better than we expected. Review. Review. You should write a review of the book after you finish reading it. Article. Article. I read an interesting article about the future of artificial intelligence. Mention. Mention. Did I mention that my sister is coming to visit us this weekend? Benefit. Benefit. One big benefit of living in the city is having everything nearby. Influence. Influence. Parents have a strong influence on the behavior of their children. Audience. Audience. The audience clapped loudly at the end of the beautiful concert. Positive. Positive. Having a positive attitude can help you overcome many difficulties. Negative. Negative. Smoking has a very negative effect on your health and lungs. Active. Active. It is important to stay physically active even as you get older. Average. Average. The average temperature in this region is around 20 degrees. Basic. Basic. You should learn the basic rules of grammar before writing long essays. Common. Common. It is a common mistake to confuse these two similar English words. Different. Different. People from different cultures often have very different traditions. Early. Early. If you wake up early, you will have more time to finish your work. Final. Final. The final scene of the movie was very surprising and emotional. General. General. In general, people are becoming more aware of the importance of recycling. High. High. The cost of living is quite high in big cities like New York. Important. Important. It is important to eat a balanced diet to maintain your energy levels. Just. I have just finished my homework, so now I can go out with my friends. Known. Known. Leonardo da Vinci is known for painting the world-famous Mona Lisa. Low. Low. The water level in the river is very low because there was no rain. Main. Main. The main reason for the meeting is to discuss the company's budget. Necessary. Necessary. It is necessary to have a passport if you want to travel abroad. Official. Official. The official language of Brazil is Portuguese, not Spanish. Possible. Possible. Is it possible to change my flight ticket to a later date? Quick. Quick. He gave a quick answer to the question and then left the room. Real. Real. I want to see the real world instead of just looking at pictures online. Serious. Serious. Global warming is a serious problem that affects the entire planet. True. True. It is true that learning English can open many doors for your career. Usual. Usual. We met at the usual place in front of the old cinema at 7. Various. Various. There are various ways to improve your vocabulary, such as reading. Whole. Whole. I spent the whole day cleaning the house because my guests are coming. Young. Young. When I was young, I wanted to become an astronaut and go to space. Activity. Activity. Hiking is a very popular outdoor activity in this mountainous area. Building. Building. That tall building in the city center is actually a luxury hotel. Century. Century. Many technological changes happened during the 20th century. Detail. Detail. Please tell me every detail of the story so I can understand it. Event. Event. The local festival is the most important cultural event of the year. Field. Field. He is an expert in the field of biology and works at a university. Ground. Ground. The ground was covered with colorful leaves after the autumn wind. Health. Health. Good mental health is just as important as physical health. Island. Island. We stayed on a small island in Greece during our summer holiday. Level. Level. You should take a test to find out your current English level. Moment. Moment. Please wait a moment. I need to find my keys before we leave. Number. Number. Can you give me your phone number so I can call you later? Office. Office. My office is located on the 3rd floor of the new business building. Period. Period. The dinosaur era was a very interesting period in the Earth's history. Role. Role. Education plays a vital role in the development of a child's mind. Series. Series. I am watching a new television series about a group of detectives. Table. Table. Put the books on the table and come to the kitchen for dinner. War. War. The museum has many artifacts from the time of the Second World War. Receive. Receive. I expect to receive a reply to my email within 2 business days. Discuss. Discuss. We need to discuss the details of the contract before we sign it. Create. Create. The artist used recycled materials to create a beautiful sculpture. Improve. Improve. You can improve your pronunciation by practicing with native speakers. Develop. Develop. The scientists are trying to develop a new vaccine for the virus. Manage. Manage. It is difficult to manage a large team without good communication. Suggest. Suggest. Could you suggest a good place to visit for a weekend trip? Identify. Identify. The witness was able to identify the thief from the police photos. Protect. Protect. We should wear a helmet to protect our heads while riding a bike. Require. Require. This job requires a lot of travel and the ability to work at night. Reduce. Reduce. We should reduce our electricity use to save money and the planet. Compare. Compare. If you compare these 2 laptops, you will see that this one is faster. Increase. Increase. The price of bread will increase starting from the 1st of next month. Discover. Discover. Many people travel to different countries to discover new cultures. Describe. Describe. Can you describe the person you saw standing outside the house? Explain. Explain. I will explain how the new machine works during the meeting tomorrow. Organize. Organize. My sister is helping me to organize a surprise party for my dad. Prepare. Prepare. You should prepare your presentation at least 2 days before the event. Practice. Practice. You need to practice every day if you want to become a good pianist. Achieve. Achieve. It takes a lot of time and patience to achieve your long-term goals. Believe. Believe. I firmly believe that everyone has the talent to learn something new. Carry. Carry. The suitcase was so heavy that I couldn't carry it up the stairs. Follow. Follow. Please follow the instructions carefully to avoid making any mistakes. Happen. Happen. Strange things always happen in this old house during the night. Listen. Listen. You should listen to your parents' advice because they have experience. Examine. Examine. The doctor needs to examine your throat to see if you have a serious infection. Offer. Offer. They decided to offer him the job because of his excellent skills. Prefer. Prefer. Do you prefer drinking tea with sugar or with a slice of lemon? Realize. Realize. I didn't realize how late it was until the sun started to go down. Remember. Remember. Please remember to lock the door before you leave the house today. Seem. Seem. You seem a bit tired. Maybe you should take a short break now. Spend. Spend. We love to spend our summer holidays at the seaside with our family. Understand. Understand. It is hard to understand his accent because he speaks very quickly. Worry. Worry. You shouldn't worry too much about things you cannot change. Abroad. Abroad. Many students want to study abroad to experience a different life. Already. Already. I have already seen that movie twice, so let's watch something else. Always. Always. My grandmother always says that honesty is the best policy in life. Anywhere. Anywhere. You can find this brand of coffee almost anywhere in the world. Because I decided to stay home because the weather was very cold and rainy. Before. Always wash your fruits and vegetables before you eat them. Behind. The cat was hiding behind the sofa because it was scared of the dog. Below. The temperature in the mountains can drop below 0 at night. Beside. I sat beside my best friend during the long bus journey to Izmir. Between. There is a small park located between the hospital and the school. Beyond. The beauty of the landscape was beyond anything I had ever seen. During. Please do not talk or use your mobile phone during the movie. Except. Everyone went to the party except for Tom, who had to work late. Forward. I am looking forward to meeting you and your family next week. Instead. I chose to drink water instead of soda because it is much healthier. Nearly. Nearly. It is nearly midnight, so we should probably start heading home now. Often. Often. We often go for a walk in the forest to enjoy the fresh mountain air. Perhaps. Perhaps. Perhaps we can go to the cinema tomorrow if you are not too busy. Rather. Rather. I would rather stay at home and read a book than go to a loud party. Seldom. Seldom. It seldom snows in the southern part of the country during winter. Since. I haven't seen my cousin since we graduated from high school together. Still. Even though it was raining, the children were still playing outside. Though. Although the car is old, it is still very reliable and easy to drive. Toward. The dog started running toward its owner as soon as it saw the car. Under. The keys were hidden under the mat in front of the main door. Until. I will wait for you here until you finish your meeting with the boss. Above. The plane was flying high above the clouds where the sun was shining. Account. You need to create an account to access the members area of the site. Action. Actions speak louder than words, so show me that you can do it. Address. Please write your home address clearly on the shipping form. Animal. The lion is known as the king of the jungle among all animals. Answer. If you don't know the answer, you can look it up in the book. Better. I feel much better today after getting a good night's sleep. Bottle. I always carry a reusable water bottle with me to stay hydrated. Bridge. The bridge connects the two sides of the city over the wide river. Bright. The sun is very bright today, so don't forget to wear your sunglasses. Broken. The window was broken during the storm, so we need to repair it. Brother. My younger brother is studying engineering at a local university. Business. He decided to start his own business after working for 10 years. Camera. I use my new camera to take high-quality photos during the trip. Capital. Ankara is the capital city of Turkey and is located in the center. Center. There is a large shopping center near our house with many stores. Chance. This is your last chance to sign up for the English competition. Change. You should change your password regularly to keep your account safe. Charge. Don't forget to charge your mobile phone before you leave the house. Check. You should always check the weather forecast before going hiking. Church. The old church in the village was built over 200 years ago. Circle. The children sat in a circle and started telling funny stories. Class. Class. I have an English class every Monday and Wednesday at 5 o'clock. Clear. Clear. The instructions were very clear, so I finished the task quickly. Clock. Clock. The clock on the wall says that it is already 8:30. Close. Close. Please close the door behind you to keep the cold air out. Cloud. Cloud. There isn't a single cloud in the sky. It's going to be a sunny day. Coffee. Coffee. I usually drink a cup of black coffee to wake up in the morning. Comfort. Comfort. It is important to feel a sense of comfort in your own home. Dangerous. Dangerous. It is dangerous to walk alone in the forest after the sun goes down. Electric. Electric. Most people in the city are now using electric cars to save the environment. Popular. Popular. This cafe is very popular among students because the coffee is cheap. Government. Government. The government is planning to build a new hospital in the city center. Happy. Happy. I am so happy that we could spend the whole weekend together. Essential. Essential. Drinking enough water is essential for your body to function properly. Polite. Polite. You should always be polite when you are talking to elderly people. Huge. Huge. The football stadium is huge and can hold thousands of people. Primary. Primary. The primary reason for the meeting is to solve the current problem. Mandatory. Mandatory. It is mandatory to wear a seatbelt while you are driving a car. Historical. Historical. We visited many historical sites during our trip to Rome last year. Private. Private. Please respect my private life and do not ask personal questions. Standard. Standard. The hotel rooms are quite small, but they meet the basic standard. Actual. Actual. The actual cost of the project was much higher than the original estimate. Elementary. Elementary. I am taking an elementary English course to learn the basic rules. Tour. Tour. We joined a guided tour to see all the famous landmarks in Paris. Comprehend. Comprehend. It is sometimes difficult to comprehend why people act the way they do. Worth. Worth. This painting is worth a lot of money because it was painted by a famous artist. Climate. Climate. The climate in the Mediterranean is warm in the summer and mild in the winter. Try to group words by topic, like climate, weather, season. This makes it easier for your brain to connect and remember them. Season. Season. Spring is my favorite season because all the flowers start to bloom. Teenager. Teenager. Being a teenager can be difficult because of the school pressure. Region. Region. The northern region of the country is famous for its beautiful lakes. Subject. Subject. Math was my least favorite subject when I was a student at school. Support. Support. My family always gives me the support I need to achieve my goals. Temperature. Temperature. The temperature today is perfect for a walk in the local park. Useful. Useful. This dictionary is very useful for checking the meaning of new words. Variety. Variety. The market offers a great variety of fresh fruits and vegetables. Village. Village. My grandparents live in a small village far away from the busy city. Visit. Visit. I am planning to visit my aunt in Germany during the summer holiday. Volume. Volume. Could you please turn down the volume of the television? It's too loud. Vote. Vote. Every citizen has the right to vote in the upcoming local elections. Wait. Wait. I had to wait for more than an hour for the bus to arrive today. Walk. Walk. We like to take a long walk along the beach after we have dinner. Wall. Wall. The garden is surrounded by a high stone wall to protect our privacy. Wash. Wash. You should always wash your hands before you start cooking a meal. Waste. Waste. It is a waste of time to argue with someone who never listens. Watch. Watch. I love to watch the sunset from the top of the hill every evening. Water. Water. Plants need sunlight and water to grow and stay healthy. Wave. Wave. We sat on the sand and watched the waves coming toward the shore. Weak. Weak. I felt very weak after the flu, so I stayed in bed for 3 days. Wear. Wear. You should wear a warm coat because it is very cold outside today. Week. Week. I have a lot of meetings this week, so I will be very busy. Wait. Wait. He is trying to lose some weight by eating less sugar and exercising. Well. Well. I hope you feel well soon after your operation last week. West. West. The sun sets in the west and rises in the east every single day. Wet. Wet. Don't sit on that bench because the paint is still very wet. Wheel. Wheel. The front wheel of my bicycle is broken, so I need to fix it. While. While. Please wait here for a while until the doctor is ready to see you. White. White. She wore a beautiful white dress for her graduation ceremony. Whose car is parked in front of the gate? I cannot get out. Why? Why? Can you tell me why you were late for the meeting this morning? Wide. Wide. The river is very wide, so we had to take a boat to cross it. Wife. Wife. My wife is a teacher, and she loves working with young children. Wild. Wild. We saw many wild animals during our safari trip in Africa. Will. Will. I will call you as soon as I arrive at the train station. Win. Win. Our team played very well and managed to win the match. Wish. Wish. I wish I could travel around the world and see every country. With. With. I like to drink my coffee with a little bit of milk and no sugar. Woman. Woman. That woman over there is a famous writer who lives in our city. Wonder. Wonder? I wonder what the world will look like in 50 years from now. Wood. Wood. The table is made of solid wood and is very heavy to move. Word. Word. I am trying to learn 10 new English words every single day. World. World. There are many different cultures and languages in the world. Precious. Precious. My grandmother gave me this precious ring before she passed away. Use these words to write a short story or a paragraph about your day. Active usage is the best way to move words from short-term to long-term memory. Write. Write. You should write down your ideas before you forget them. Writer. Writer. He is a very successful writer who has published many books. Wrong. Wrong. I think you have the wrong number. There is no one here with that name. Yard. Yard. The kids are playing in the backyard while we are drinking tea. Yellow. Yellow. The sun is often drawn as a big yellow circle in children's drawings. Yes. Yes. The answer to your question is yes, I would love to go with you. Yesterday. Yesterday. I went to the cinema with my friends yesterday evening. Yet. I haven't finished my homework yet, so I cannot go out now. You are the best friend I have ever had in my entire life. Your. Is this your first time visiting this beautiful city? Yourself. Yourself. You should be proud of yourself for passing that difficult exam. Movement. Movement. The modern art movement started in the early 20th century. Structure. Structure. The bridge has a very strong structure to support heavy trucks. Decade. Decade. I have lived in this city for more than a decade now. Insight. Insight. The book provides a great insight into the lives of ancient people. Occasion. Occasion. A wedding is a very special occasion for the whole family. Territory. Territory. Birds often sing to mark their territory and keep others away. Surface. Surface. The surface of the lake was very calm and looked like a mirror. Fitness. Fitness. Regular exercise is important for your physical and mental fitness. Coast. Coast. We drove along the coast and enjoyed the beautiful sea views. Grade. Grade. My brother got a very high grade on his final math exam. Instant. Instant. The internet provides us with instant access to information worldwide. Figure. Figure. He is a very important figure in the history of science. Studio. Studio. The artist spent the whole day working in his painting studio. Duration. Duration. The duration of the flight from Istanbul to London is 4 hours. Character. Character. She is a very strong character who never gives up on her goals. Episode. Episode. I cannot wait to watch the next episode of my favorite series. Desk. Desk. Please leave the documents on my desk before you go home. Conflict. Conflict. The two countries are trying to resolve their political conflict peacefully. Accept. Accept. I am very happy to accept your invitation to the dinner party. Debate. Debate. There was a long debate about the new environmental laws. Design. Design. He wants to study architecture and learn how to design buildings.